Hi everyone, Julie here. Welcome back to the channel. Exciting news today. DxO has just released Nik Collection 8 and it comes with powerful new features, and I mean, this is a serious upgrade for Photoshop users. If you love using Nik Collection or any of the DxO programs, then stand by, because I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you a first look around the new Nik Collection 8. So one of the first things you're going to notice when you open up in Photoshop is that you don't necessarily go to your filter panel. You still can. So if you click filter and drop down here, you will see that analog, color effects, define, silver effects, etc. They're all there. They're all there in your filter gallery. However, if you access the Nik 8 programs from the filter section, you won't access all of the new features. What you need to do is go into the plugins, and you'll see when you go down here, Nik Collection 8, and they're all there. What you can do then is you can open them and you can set them up as their own dock. So each Nik collection now opens its own plugin panel, and these are fully dockable and customizable, and you can access previous edits and last favorite presets and all the rest of it. You just click on open to open. You can dock them all over here. You can have them floating around. You can do whatever you want. So you just click on it to start it up. And yes, the other thing you may have spotted is the new logo styling. So DxO has given in the entire suite a little bit of a zhuzhing, a refreshed look that makes it just a little bit more modern and cohesive. So that's pretty cool. So let's have a look at the new Nik collection. So they've made some really cool, powerful masking tools, so you can import your masks directly from Photoshop into any of the Nik plugins. That means all your selections, your channels, your masks are all available without having to jump through various hoops. You can also send your masks back to Photoshop or even pass them directly between the different Nik programs. So if I click on Viveza and I click open, check it out. All of the masks that I have got and what they were called is all now listed there. You can select them one at a time, or you can select all, and you can open them, and that opens them all into the Nik plugin. Okay, so this is open in Viveza, and you've got all your normal, everything's pretty much where you would expect to find it. If you want to access your masks, you just go down to your local adjustments and click on import masks, and you can import the individual masks from there and work on them. How cool is that? You can also save as a layer and send that back to Photoshop, so you have different layers as you go. And if you click on apply and go to the next one here, you can save it as a smart object, you can save it as an active layer, a new layer, or a layer with a mask, and send that back to Photoshop as well. So that is pretty cool. The convert to smart object we had before in at least 7, if not in 6. I don't think it was 6. I think it was new to 7. And that allows you to jump backwards and forwards. But now having the different layers and active layers and everything, and using masks from Photoshop to Nik back to Photoshop, it is very, very cool. You can, of course, if you click on, go up here, if you want to then jump into another one of the Nik plugins, so perhaps you've done something in Viveza and then you want to jump into Silver Efex, you can click on the little icon up here and you can jump straight into that plugin and continue working. So let's just jump over to Nik Color Efex because there's been some additional changes in here as well. Pretty much everything is now over on the left hand side, so you've got all your presets and you've also got your filters and your last edits, history, and all the rest of it. There is a new color mask tool which I'm yet to play with, but it allows you to click on a color, fine tune the range, so you can boost golden hour tones or tone down distracting colors, and that can make a huge difference. So I'm still yet to play with that. And of course, you've still got all your local adjustments. So if you want your control points, whether that's a control line or an elliptical one, you can go and make your own polygon control points, luminosity masks, all the rest of it. Don't forget, you can bring in your masks from Photoshop, and you've also got access to clear view and various other things. So your presets are all there, your filters are all there, you've still got all your favorites, you can jump between them all. Everything is there. Under the hood, they're boasting faster exports, especially if you're doing a quick export. If you want to export as a TIFF, or you can export as a JPEG, there's lots there to have a look at. Now, last one that I want to mention, let's jump into Silver Efex because that's where a lot of changes have happened. For those of you who love black and white photography, and you know I do, Nik Silver Efex has got a major upgrade. Now, for starters, you're going to notice, where is everything? It's all moved over to the left hand side. So it all matches in with the rest of the Nik Collection plugins. So they've got the filters and the presets all on the left hand side. So if you need them, you want film grain or a color filter or any of those, it's all there. You just have to click on the filter and it's all there ready to go. The other thing you've got is you can see your original color image while you're working on the black and white one. So that makes, you know, applying different features, different tonal ranges and things like that a little bit easier to deal with. If you're applying presets, then they're all streamlined there as well. So you've got all your different presets and you just have to click on that and it's all there. Everything will then jump over into the right hand side. So if you want to tweak your brightness, it's there. You can go tweak it, all the rest of it. Go into your contrast adjustments, anything that applies to that preset. So if I change presets, everything will then appear over here. Of course, you've got your local adjustments and you can still bring your masks in from Photoshop. Everything is there to play with. Plus, clear view and selective tones are now available on all local adjustments. Every filter includes a set of predefined looks that you can go and play with, and that'll speed up your workflow as well. And of course, once you've finished all your tweaking and you're playing around and you're really happy with it, you can save your own presets, or you can, so just click here, save presets. You can send it back to Photoshop as a layer. Don't forget, you can send it as a smart object, an active layer, a new layer, a new layer with masks. So many different options, and then it just comes back into Photoshop, and that is done. So that's my first look at Nik Collection 8. I haven't had time to have a big play with it yet. Price and availability. So Nik Collection 8 is now available on the DxO website for Mac OS and Windows. I'll put the link below. If you're after new licenses, so it's $160 US or $150 146 pounds, 160 euros, whatever. If you're upgrading from version 6 or 7, you're looking at $90 US. Final thoughts, all in all, it seems to be a pretty solid upgrade. It brings a smoother, smarter workflow, especially if you're using from Photoshop as your main editing hub. I will dive deeper into Silver Efex, Color Efex, Analog, etc. in future videos, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see those workthroughs. The only limitation, as far as I understand, the masking features from Photoshop are only available in Photoshop. They're not available in Lightroom. Maybe later on, but for now, no, it's Photoshop only. But everything else you can access from Lightroom as a plugin, as you normally do with your Nik collections. So let me know in the comments, what feature are you most excited to try out in Nik Collection 8, or are you holding out for something else? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on the channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.